No, I don't think so. I think it's nothing personal. I really I'm very introverted. I need my own space today. I need to focus on. I've got a long to-do list, and I've got to focus on my own stuff.
Kind of comes across as a little bit socially inept. like I would be like, oh, okay, sorry, man, and walk away and be like, probably never hang around with him ever again.
Sell at 8.
Dude, who are you talking to?
Absolutely.
Dude, we're like middle of the...
What's that?
Literally. Yeah, no, we just started a podcast.
Oh, all right. Sorry. Yeah. I mean, that thing we were just talking about, I've got to do it now. So just make sure you hold up, and again, just make sure you buy at 10. Fucking hell. Sorry, dude.
Then who was that, man?
Huh?
Who was that?
It's China on the phone. Sorry. We're just like so busy now.
What's that for?
Well, just how we're like the number one podcast in the world right now. So and well, maybe not in the world, but we will be. We definitely will be. So that was China on the phone. So we're number one in China. So thanks so much to you guys. We've just hit number one podcast in China, which is crazy, really, because of their communist nation. They filter a lot of things on the internet, so people are actually rushing to pirate the podcast. Which, to be honest, I'm not sure really how I feel about, because obviously that quite damages our download rate. But to be honest, I think it's pretty incredible that 1 billion people are listening to the podcast right now.
You're saying all of China are listening?
At least that's what I was made to believe. Yeah, that's crazy. So again, thank you so much. Number one in China.
Hey, look at me in the eyes. Ready?
Yeah.
Are you telling the truth?
Huh?
Are you telling the truth, man?
What? About what?
We've got to get over this lying thing, man. Like, people don't care if we're not massive right now. Like, it's the very beginning. It's early stages.
Dude, we got to be number one, man.
No. You got to get this out of your head.
I can't do it. We have to be number one. Yeah, I can't fail again.
But look, we're not. So, look, I know why you're actually on the phone. It's for your hentai subscription.
They're going to take it away, man.
Hey, dude, how's it going?
Yeah, pretty good, actually.
Yeah?
So I feel like I was going to sneeze.
Got like a weird cocaine, like you just sniffed a line.
No? Hey, guys.
Would you ever do cocaine?
No.
You wouldn't?
I don't think so, no. I mean, I definitely like to think I'm open to try things, but I just feel like I grew up watching so many horrible films about drug addiction to the point where it petrifies me now.
Yeah, because...
Which is probably a good thing. A lot of people, like that's also a bother in itself, is like, films that, like, when we were younger, that was always a topic. It was like, don't let your kids watch like 18 rated films and stuff because they'll grow up with really bad influence. Dude, it had the complete opposite reaction. I remember watching like Trainspotting and like, all these horrible, when it's like a really gritty, realistic take on like drug taking and abuse and stuff. And I was like, I just don't want that. I'm like, I'm no, thank you. And it really did like scare me away from it.
That is a great film for that purpose, because I had the same thing. I remember watching that film. I think I was too young for it. I found it obviously just so depressing. It made me feel really like dark. And who knows? Maybe that was a big reason why I just was never into drugs. But cocaine. I thought about this yesterday. I was watching Kingdom, that new show. Well, not new, but new to me. The show on Netflix, and they're just doing lines of cocaine in it, and I was just like, no interest whatsoever. No, like I just don't look at it and go, fuck, I can't wait to do that.
I think you have to be in a circumstance in which you need that kind of extra.
True, but
kind of stimulant, if you.
But you know how like some people will look at it and go, fuck yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that myself. Like just how it's, huh?
Yeah, I don't get how.
No,
that happen,
I don't get it. Maybe if I saw them playing like paintball or going go-karting, then I'd be like, fuck yeah, I want to do that.
Probably would make us an interesting film now.
Just every day they're going go-karting.
Anyway, welcome back to What a Bother. Another week, another podcast. Again, thank you so much for the amazing support you guys have had. Number one in China, absolutely incredible.
Dude, okay. I let that slide.
Yeah, we just sort of wanted to take a minute to talk about something.
I just want to say quickly, my name's Nick.
Sorry, my name's Tam.
Yeah, hey
How's
guys.
it going? 4 episodes in, we finally figured out that's what we're doing.
Yes.
So this is What a Bother, of course, where we talk about what bothers us, but more importantly, what bothers you. Thanks for saying that with me, mate.
Nice, man. We
got it finally.
Yeah.
Seven takes.
7 takes of that whole intro.
Of the whole intro, the monologue and everything.
Just for that one moment, dude. That was
you nailed it, man.
Thanks, buddy.
Although maybe we should do another take where we didn't acknowledge that we got it right as well, just for safety. Just for safety,
the whole
man.
reason, because we want to be cool.
Just for safety.
I'll start again,
dude. Something. Well, I do want to get to a few questions in a second, but just something that did really bother me this week that really made me think about it. So literally, as we're speaking, I know we talk about COVID a lot, but as we're speaking, Boris Johnson is talking about potentially more lockdown measures, right?
Yes.
So I was working. So I wasn't going out. I was working late on Saturday night, and I came out of work about around 9:30 or so. And obviously, we have a curfew at 10 p.m. here at the moment. Where everyone has to go home, and obviously what that leads to is makes no difference. People just go out earlier and get drunk earlier, and then just stay on the streets essentially. And it was a bother because it really frustrated me. Because I guess I haven't really been out in London in that way for a long time, and to see around me, dude, it was like zombie apocalypse of drunk British people.
Fuck.
All in the streets, whether you think masks work or don't, regardless, just courtesy. No one wearing masks, everyone like running around, spitting, shouting, laughing. And I stood there, and honestly, I was just like in shock. Yeah. Because I was like, I feel, what it made me feel like? I felt like I've been living in a different reality to these people, where it's like the past 6 months, we've been staying at home or like going out basically as little as possible. Wearing masks everywhere. I mean, even especially for the first few months and a little bit now, fucking wiping down shopping and stuff that I've bought just in case it's been touched with someone, and touched by someone, and like, dude, all of that, and then I'm seeing these people basically going around being drunk, meeting up with people, shouting at each other, no masks on, touching each other, all in the streets, completely drunk by 9:30 p.m. I was just like, what the fuck's the point?
Yeah,
what am I doing?
What is the point? I know.
What am I doing?
Dude, it's so unfair.
Unreal to me.
It's so unfair. It's not, because I even if I saw that, I wouldn't want to be doing it, but it's unfair that there are those people that do that, do put everyone else at risk. And then there's people like us that are extremely careful, wiping down foods, doing everything we can just to make sure we are eliminating that little bit of chance. It's I don't understand it. I don't understand, but why do they think that's okay?
Dude, I don't know. It felt like I stepped into an alternate reality where just COVID didn't exist anymore. Yeah. Honestly, I was like, what have I been doing for the past 6 months? Like what? And dude, the thing that annoys me the most, okay, so you asked like why people do it. Mainly it was obviously young people. Young people think they're invincible. Even if they do get it, it doesn't matter. It's very, very low mortality rate with young people. But the problem is, and whether you believe it's a conspiracy because nobody had it, regardless, right? It's still courtesy to other people. And the thing that annoys me the most now is that we're potentially facing more lockdown measures, right? So my thing was, okay, cool. Maybe you don't think you're going to get affected by it. I kind of understand that. However, by you doing this, do you understand? I'm sorry, if you are one of these people, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I think you're a dumb idiot. I think you're a dumb idiot C-word, basically.
You said it, man.
Honestly, there's no two ways about it. You're a dumb idiot C-word. And I mean that, and I will say that categorically, right to the camera. Because even if you don't think it's going to affect you, you don't realise this, but you're just extending the time that we have to do this. This 10 p.m. curfew that you're so annoyed about and having to get drunk earlier and not being able to stay out as long, by you going out and doing that, that same stuff, you're just extending the time we're in this, because now we're looking at potentially another lockdown. Yeah. So regardless if you think it's going to affect you or not, just what are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing? If everyone followed the rules meticulously and were as careful as possible, I mean, from the start, this would be gone.
Yeah.
Do you realise that? Like, had we had harsher rules in lockdown and everyone actually abided by them, we'd be done by now. That is if, I suppose if new people aren't coming into the country with it, which I don't know if they are, if they're allowing it.
Probably. But, even if you're a massive conspiracy theory and you don't think it's a real thing, even it's just a testament to, okay, cool, but like, why does it have to be a divisive topic? Why does it have to be something that we have to argue over? Because it's just like, just do the thing, and then we don't have to worry about the thing anymore.
Yeah, literally, you'd be able to go out until later than fucking 10 o'clock when the pubs close. If you stayed in for now, by Christmas, you'd be able to have a good Christmas, a good New Year's Eve.
Didn't realise how many people just didn't either understand or give a fuck about it, basically. Which leads me on my next point that I will cover. So this is a Sky News headline that I read the other day. So this is also ties in with it a little bit. COVID-19 UK, north of England braced for potential pub closures next week.
Oh, God.
And I love the wording here. Braced. All right. So I imagine just a family in the north just like watching the TV, holding each other's hands like, don't close the pubs this week.
Yeah.
I thought, braced because the pubs are going to close. I'm sorry. What world are we living in where that's like a catastrophe?
This fucking Jim can't go and have his fucking daily pint with fucking Steve and Neville.
How about, this is something that also I want to mention, how about fucking get some hobbies?
Yeah.
Pick up a hobby. In this country, I hate the fact that alcohol is an activity. It's a hobby for us. Yeah, don't get me wrong. We like to go out and have a drink every now and then. Yeah. But how about don't have, as a country, such an alcohol addiction to the point where we need to brace in case the pubs close.
Dude. Yeah, that's
something else.
Such a drinking culture to where that is an instrumental part of our daily lives. Going to get a fucking pint. Do something else. Pick up a camera and take a picture of some fucking flowers. Take some photos.
Something else.
Start gardening. I don't know. Start doing puzzles. Collect watches. Collect stamps.
Go to the gym. Don't go to the gym. Stay at home. Work out.
True. Work out.
It's insane to me as well, the amount of people that put effort into like making like skill sharing websites and like to teach you like skills and stuff like that.
Dude,
and then
bless them, by the way, going on YouTube saying how to do this, and there's so many.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, bless those people
for free.
God bless. Yeah, like they are saints. Oh, I don't know how to do something in Photoshop. They're all there. Like
honestly,
gorgeous.
I have never felt more ashamed to be British when I read that headline.
Yeah,
braced. Fucking
the only people that should be bracing are the pub owners who will have to take a hit.
The people that work.
But that's it. But they're not. That's not who it's for. It's for the public who then can't have their fucking alcohol tolerance.
But it stems into a deeper issue where it's like, yeah, I totally understand. There's a lot of pub owners, and that's great. But like, maybe we should see this rather than embracing that the pubs have closed. Maybe see this as an opportunity to maybe change the culture a little bit and pick up some more healthy hobbies or just do anything else basically apart from drink. So if you're listening 100%. To this and you are bracing that the pubs might close, don't be such a fucking loser basically. Do something else. Something else.
I definitely wasn't one of those guys bracing, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I saw you were down on the off license and you bought like 3 bottles last night.
Dude, 2, I can't help it, man.
You drunk 2 already?
Yeah.
Oh my God. How are you even doing this right now?
I had an IV. I went to the hospital. I had an IV, stripped in. So I actually have it to the side of me right now.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good for you, man.
I lied to you. When you asked what it was for earlier, I said it was just because I had COVID. Sorry.
Is that what you told the doctors as well?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. So they gave me an IV. So I'm all good.
But yeah, I just thought that was. But just do basically final note on that. Do something else. Do something else.
I think it's such a good point though. Like, had we followed those rules, and it's so annoying because it's to those people who say, "Oh, it's not going to affect me." It doesn't matter. If you had literally followed the rules from the start, we'd be out of this by now. So you've only got yourselves to thank.
It was just, I just couldn't believe my eyes. Sorry, go on.
No, I can't be bothered. It's
so we do have a couple questions here as well.
Okay.
I know we like to talk about what bothers us, but more importantly, we do like to talk about what bothers you. And we have some questions from some diehard fans. We had about, it was hard to pick a couple this week because we had about 2,000 questions come in.
Dude. What did I say earlier?
Huh?
What did I say earlier? Bring it down.
It was 2.
2 people.
Yeah.
You know what? I think it is a little bit more than that, but I'll
200.
Dude. All right.
20.
Just stop.
Just tell me which one.
Just tell the truth.
Just tell me which one makes you happy.
Dude. It's making it really difficult to do this podcast with you, man.
So we have a question here from a fan. Apparently number 1 fan.
Cool.
Arguable. If you would like to challenge this person on whether they're number 1 fan, please write in. We'd love to get some kind of discourse, but also some kind of rivalry, I guess, between you guys. Maybe to the point where you're sending very hateful messages to each other in order to who is actually the biggest fan.
And maybe we coordinate like a meet-up to where you guys actually scrap it out during COVID
UFC
as well.
style.
Yeah, that would be sick. Maybe we could actually really document that.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That's
Make
a good
some money
idea.
off of it.
So we have a question from someone here. They don't necessarily want to be specified as anonymous, but we can.
They
give
don't
them
want to.
Not necessarily, but we can.
I
give
like
them
that they
anonymous
specified.
They didn't specify that they wanted to be anonymous.
Do they normally say I don't want to be?
I think so. Normally, yeah.
Okay.
Do you give this person a name?
Should we always just, if they don't say, maybe we should always just assume that they want to be anonymous?
I think so.
Okay. Is it male or female?
Female.
Margaret. Because of
Margaret T.
Yeah, there we go.
Margaret T. Margaret T says some really, really nice words to start off with. I'm not going to read it out because it feels quite egotistical to do so, but very kind of you. Thank you very much, Margaret T. It's very kind. We love that. So the first thing is a bother is basically when people just don't text back, whether they're barely on plans, don't want to hang out, or just too socially awkward to respond to say no. I cannot stand an unresponsive person, especially with the option of texting, no, thank you, I can't today. So basically just people are too awkward to respond, don't text back. What a loser I sound like, they say in brackets, which is cute. But how do you feel about, this is something that actually I've been meaning to pick a bone with you actually.
Okay.
You are notoriously have awful response times when it comes to texting.
I mean,
and I'm going to go on record to bring it up here.
I was really bad when I was younger because I don't know. I've always found that if you're
2 weeks younger.
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago. I count weeks as like a progression in age.
Oh.
No, I think I'm pretty good.
You think you're good now?
Yeah. Well, I think if you want to get hold of me, give me a call.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Sorry,
if you need me,
busy man.
because here's the thing: if I don't always have my phone on me, because I purposefully do that because I don't want to have it on me all the time, because I am someone that gets quite distracted. If I go on my phone, I see a WhatsApp. Oh, cool. There's a notification on my Instagram as well. Cool. I'm in there now and I'm gone for about 10, 15 minutes, right?
Okay.
I'd rather keep my phone away from me. If you need me, you can call me. Okay. And you can leave a message, but I assume that's not urgent. Okay.
Yeah, man. But
that's what texts are for.
But sometimes I can't call you and I text you the week I need to lift at the hospital and you just you didn't reply for 3 days.
Yeah, but that's not serious.
I don't know what to say to that, man.
I mean, you're in the hospital, big whoop. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, you're a fucking arsehole, to be honest.
Yeah. I have to prioritize my time. Dude, do you realize what I was doing? I was fucking making a sandwich. That's what I was doing, and I couldn't, you know what I mean? I was hungry, Tam needs me.
You put that on a high level. Yeah. Okay, cool. Makes a lot of sense, to be honest, man.
Yeah, I know.
But anyway, how do you feel about people that don't text back?
Don't text back, like what?
So to me, this is a really immature thing. I think you should be able to say hey, I'm busy, or I don't want to talk right now. I think that's better. I would honestly much prefer people said to me hey, I'm just dealing with a lot at the moment, can't talk right now, or hey, I'm busy doing this thing, or quite frankly, hey, I just feel like staying at home today, I don't want to do it, rather than the no text back really annoys me, and I think it's quite a cowardly thing to do.
Well, as in hold on, they're saying they don't actually they've arranged to do something and then they don't text them back.
Yeah, so people bailing on plans or just don't want to hang out, stuff like that. So not texting back in that regard. So maybe you said, oh, hey, do you want to go for coffee next Tuesday? And then it comes around to Monday or Tuesday and you're like, hey, what's going on?
So they'd already said yeah, let's do it. And then,
those kind of fake plans.
But that sounds like just a bad friend. That just sounds like someone who is just not the greatest person to be hanging around with. However, if they are a good friend, but they're just bad at texting, that's something you can just call them out. Hey, I was actually going to say, I think I'm better than you now. I feel like you're fucking way worse.
Whoa, he's flipping on me.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good, man. I'm pretty hot to trot.
I think you were better.
Oh, you think I'm worse?
I think because it's not bad. But I don't have a fucking problem with it.
Okay.
Because
obviously I do.
Because if I call you, you answer.
Yeah, that's true.
And you are there. But whereas you're working, we've got stuff to do.
Yeah.
That's that's another thing.
China's been absolutely
dude,
roasting me recently.
Sake, again,
they really want those podcasts out. You want to do 7? I've signed a contract. We've got to record 7 today, man.
Yeah, but 7 of them in Chinese. We don't fucking know a single word of Chinese.
Ni hao.
Oh, fucking hell. Hey, all right, man. Yeah, say my name's Tam. And don't just make up something that sounds like Chinese. Oh my God.
So basically what I just did there is I mouthed it, and if we just edit in after like a Google Translate or something, maybe that'll work.
Okay, we'll give it a go, man.
Yeah, I'll just cut this bit out, obviously. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Now, I was actually going to say, to someone who actually thinks that they need a response immediately, no. If you're getting mad because that person hasn't responded in 10 minutes, calm the fuck down. But if it's different, if yes, that person hasn't texted back in 2 or 3 days to a question that's quite relevant, 100%. I think it's circumstantial. Don't expect to text back in 10 minutes.
I guess the idea as well is like, if you're not someone, like, set a precedent that like, I'm not someone that texts back immediately. So like, I think it makes it worse where sometimes you reply back immediately and then sometimes you just don't. I think it's like, I think it's good to set it out to people that it's like, hey, I'm just not a super responsive texter. Then that's fine. Mm-hmm. But I think as you say, when you've got plans and stuff and then they're not, it's just like, hey, different. That's annoying, man.
It's circumstantial for sure. But I think if you're close enough with that person, just have a chat with them and be like, hey, because that's different. Being like not responding to plans that you'd made. I'd honestly be like, you're a fucking weirdo. If you're not responding to
I just can't stand the people that are flaky on text and stuff like that as well, though, to be honest.
Yeah, but also just give them a call.
Flaky on plans.
Just call them out. Call them and be like, hey, what's going on? Are we meeting up today? And they're like, call them out. Put them on the spot. If they're being an arsehole, that's what I'd say.
Call your friends an arsehole.
Yeah.
They have a follow-up bother as well. So it's two in one.
Okay, cool.
When you have a late night with your friend and they stayed at yours, but they don't pick up on the social cues to leave the next day, so you can finally start your day. Has this ever happened to you?
That's the worst. Yeah, I've been having it a lot when we record these podcasts.
What?
Oh, not with you. Just like this other guy that comes over, it just won't fucking leave. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, literally, we'll be hanging around afterwards, and it's just like, oh man, I want to go and fucking do other stuff.
Yeah. What's their name?
Sam.
Oh, he sounds like a loser.
Oh God, man. No, I think that's such an annoying thing. I mean, I don't really experience that, especially in COVID, because I don't get actually enough of that time with my mates that I want. And when I do spend time with you, I feel like I honestly have never had it with you.
Thanks, man.
But you've I feel like you're pretty good at being like, I want my own time now, so I'm going to go. Like, you're very much
quite
like,
an introverted
I need
person
my own
anyway,
time.
where it's like, I need my time now. I'm going to go.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think, so basically just like, is there any advice that we can give this person if that happens?
A false alibi.
Yeah, do you want to lie to people though?
No, white lies are great. Look, here's the thing, all right?
White lies create a web of spies, as I always say.
Do you?
Yeah.
Is that something that you coined?
No, I'm sure I've heard it in like a film or something.
Okay, well, here's what I would say. I would say get something, if that person is notorious for just not leaving, I would say get something ready for the next day that you're genuinely going to do. And then just say, if you've got the gym at 1:00, be like, or like, no, you need something that's more like firm. I'm meeting someone at this time, or I'm playing golf with my dad or whatever.
Oh, cool! I brought my clubs. Let's do it.
The course only allows two at a time.
Oh no, I'll call them. I know the club. Like we'll do that. I'll call them. They'll be fine with it.
Yeah, it was just time for me and my dad. It was just gonna be time for me and my dad. Like just father-son time.
Yeah, I get but it might be more fun with the more, the more the merrier, as they say.
Are you lonely?
I need to talk to you about something.
So sad.
But no, the background.
That's what I would say. I would just have something firm the next day, and then maybe even just like push it. Say that it's like nearer, say that it's closer to the time than it actually is. So like it's at 12 when it's actually at 2. Just say, I'm busy. If just have something ready, and then you don't even have to commit to it if you don't want to. That's what I would say. As a quick get out.
It's interesting that that's your solution. I would probably say the opposite, and I would go the opposite way. And I think we're all old enough now. I think we're quite mature, and I think, at least for me, I would try and just be more just real with people and just be like, no, I know, honestly, I'm serious. I'd be like, hey, I really just like need my own space today. Like, you good to pop off, and just like nothing personal. I just really need to focus on myself today.
But they will take that personally, by the way.
Okay. But then I would want a friendship where we can be honest with each other and be like, I need my day today.
To be honest, I'd want a friendship where I don't have to say that. For me, I hope that person would just naturally. I probably wouldn't be friends with someone that would just linger around because
that's also true.
Because that's just. I kind of want to hang around with people that are like me, I guess, and I would feel like I would do the same. But I think doing that, dude, that's fucking harsh. That's so harsh.
I completely disagree.
Dude, you're hurting their feelings.
No, I don't think so. I think it's nothing personal. I really just I'm very introverted. I need my own space today. I need to focus on. I've got a long to-do list, and I've got to focus on my own stuff. Man.
Kind of comes across as a little bit socially inept. I would be like, "Oh, okay, sorry, man," and walk away and be like, "Probably never hang around with him ever again."
Don't know how we made it this far. Okay, well, regardless, if we don't agree on it, you got two pieces of advice there.
No, I do think being real in a friendship is definitely important. But maybe in that situation, just.
Yeah, I mean, on that note, though, I mean, I do really could do my own space. Do you mind if you just sort of head off?
Dude, talked about this. We've got a little bit left. We have to be in the same room for the podcast. Huh?
How much? I'm so sick of it, man. I just can't.
Dude, remember, we're going to go to those sessions to make you slightly better in social situations, yeah?
Meh.
Oh, my God.
We have another question if you want to do that, if you want to fit it in.
Yeah, just quickly, that last one. You have two, like Tam said, two opposite ends of the spectrum there. And I think there's something in there. Maybe that's the answer. Maybe. I don't think what I'm saying is lying. Just have something ready the next day. If you know that person is so annoying with just lingering around. There ain't nothing worse than a stage 5 clinger. Anyway,
next
continue.
Question.
Okay, dude. All right, man.
Hey, Tam and Nick. Long-time listener, first-time emailer.
Oh, that's cool.
If you want to be a first-time emailer, please email at wabpod@gmail.com. Or don't if you don't want to. I don't give a fuck.
Because we don't really give that good advice.
No. Also, just so many Chinese emails coming in right now. I just can't read them quick enough.
Dude,
if at all.
Tell you what, just turn the screen. Let's see.
Huh?
I just want you guys to see that. Just turn the screen and see.
No, I don't want to. I've got private things on here.
Okay, cool.
Big business deals.
I think that says enough.
This is from, they've signed it Big Z, so we'll call it Big Z. We'll call him Big Z.
Big Z as in BIGSIE. Big C.
No, man. BIG capital Z.
You just gave away his identity.
Or do you think that's his rapper name or something?
Yeah, Big Z. That's a fucking good name. That means he sleeps a lot.
So this is about his housemate. For a bit of background, doesn't pay rent to the landlord because his room isn't finished and he's staying in a slightly smaller room.
This is his mate?
Yeah, housemate.
Piece of shit.
And he's been basically living in this slightly smaller room for 7 to 8 months now. So he's getting away with not paying rent because I guess he's not actually having the room that he's paying rent for, if that makes sense. Because his room's been done up.
So the land.
From what I get this,
I'm going to let you finish.
Yeah. Also, doesn't pay for electric or gas. That falls on me and my girlfriend. Okay. He's been grinding my gears for a long while now. So imagine my surprise when I get to my new workplace and a few mutual friends of mine and my housemate let me know that he's been bitching and moaning that I've bought a car, complaining that I haven't even passed my test yet.
What?
And basically he's asking for any ideas or advice on how to tackle this bitchy roommate that basically isn't really paying his way. Bitching.
Bitching. Why is he bitching though?
That is
he jealous that he's got a car?
He's saying, that I bought a car and complaining that I haven't even passed my test yet. So kind of a little bit kind of jealous, kind of bitching about basically saying why are you buying a car you can't even drive and stuff like that. And I don't really know, very bitter. Sounds very bitter, to be honest.
Straight off the bat.
He says, any ideas, goldfish in the shreddies, ?
Straight off the bat, he sounds like a piece of shit. Okay.
Again, same with, I feel like this is our advice every week, is just get new friends, get better friends.
Yeah, well,
although I don't think, to be fair, this could be a housemate. You might not have any control over it.
I assume that this guy was a stranger that he either moved in with.
Let's assume. And you know what they say? If you assume, you make an arse out of you and I.
So he's basically effectively not paying any of the bills and rent money. But that's an agreed term.
So I think it's an agreed term with the landlord, but I guess by default it also means that he's not paying gas and electric, which seems like a little bit of a grey area where it's like probably should still be paying that though, right? If you're using it.
So I would say the rent thing, if that's sorted out with the landlord, then that's a separate thing. That you can't. Obviously, there's nothing you can do about that. But that obviously, I understand why it bothers you because it's just adding to the number of things that are irritating about this guy. But what I would say is I definitely talk to him about the bills because that is 100% split between. It should be between you and your girlfriend and him. I take it it's just the three of them. So that's a conversation where I don't know if it's awkward. I don't know if this guy if he finds it difficult to talk to this guy. It obviously sounds like a difficult person, but I think that's something where you can actually be like, hey man, look, we realised that we've been paying the bills the whole time. Are you cool to split it? Because what would that be? 100 quid, 150 quid a month?
Yeah.
Split? No, well, anyway, that's something that I think you can just bring up and be
That's
like,
almost like a whole separate issue in itself.
It is, yeah. The bitchy thing though, if he's not your mate, I feel like it's just going to be awkward. Here's the thing. I get it. I get where you're writing in because it's going to be awkward to be like, why you I've heard you've been bitching about me.
I think buy like a small model car of the car that you own and then put that in his cereal and then sit at the breakfast table with him and then he'll, what the fuck? What's in here? And then you turn around and you say, well, I heard you been talking shit. And then he'll know immediately. Then you have the power. Then you're in the power seat right then.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll really set him into set him in ways.
I quite like that idea. Maybe even just, I don't know. You could just talk. No, that's just passive aggressive. I was going to say you could just talk about how much you love your car, especially in front of this guy.
Sitting outside the flat, revving the engine.
Yeah, like go, ask if you want to teach him how to drive in your new car. Oh my god! And get him to come in the passenger seat.
Hey man, I heard you just sound a bit like, I've heard you've been chatting shit. You sound a bit jealous, man. Do you want me to show you how to drive a car? Because obviously you clearly can't.
So fucking, that'd be so good if you literally went up to him and sat him down, just man to man, and said, "Hey, I've heard you've been talking shit about the fact that I bought a new car. Like, why are you so jealous? Like, do you want me to teach you how to drive?" So patronizing. And
yeah, to be honest, it sounds like a little bit of a non-issue. It sounds like this person is just very jealous and very bitter. And to be honest, there's not really much you have to do about it because at the end of the day, you're making your money, you're paying your rent, and you've amazingly gotten to a point where you can afford a car regardless of what it is. And that's, to be honest, you're smashing it. And obviously, this person really isn't smashing it.
Yeah.
And I just think it's quite rich that he's complaining about that, considering he hasn't had to pay rent for 8 months or so.
Yeah,
I would just try and let's just stay away from this person as much as possible. It sounds very toxic.
I think I think that's pretty much bang on. There's not a lot you can do. You can talk to him, but obviously if that then makes things awkward, I get it. Like, you've got to live with that person. That might make things worse. I'd also say, and I'm not even joking, look to live elsewhere. If this person isn't like a friend and it's literally just a housemate, maybe it's worth considering going somewhere else.
And he wins.
No, sometimes you just need to be the bigger person and be like, you know what?
Nah.
Dude, listen, sometimes you do.
I want to win.
It's not about pride all the time.
I want to win.
I know. That's why you have that new tattoo on your back that says,
I want to win.
I want to win. Dubs only. Like, just looks terrible. But,
Dubs only.
But anyway, I think I actually would consider that. And I'd even...
I would love a follow-up on this. I just think this is probably one of those things where those kind of people do think they get away with this stuff. And I would just confront him, whether it's passive aggressively, whether it's just straight up, confront him in some way, because it's just like, I think also it helps those people not be like that in the future, and also maybe reflect on themselves a little bit as well and be like, yeah, like why am I sort of bitching about this person in the new car? Do you know what I mean? I'm clearly just not very happy with him myself. Yeah. And that leads a great loop round back to what we're talking about World Mental Health Awareness Day.
Absolutely. Yeah, if you can help this guy out and actually fix him a little bit. He sounds like an arsehole.
Yeah, he does.
Then maybe it is worth talking to him.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes people like that, I mean, that is also just the advice to take away from here. Sometimes people that are very bitter like that and very bitchy a lot of times because they're unhappy with their own situation. So also, maybe rather than putting goldfish in this guy's shreddies, maybe just open up a dialogue with him.
Because also, I don't know what the relationship is with the guy and your mates that told you that he was bitching, but no offense to them, but clearly that guy can't trust those people as well to keep a secret.
It just sounds like everyone's terrible.
I would just let him know then he knows not to fucking talk to them about stuff because they're just going to tell you. So
yeah. That's a great way of bringing it up though. Hey man, listen, I just wanted to, just because I want to have your back, basically. Yeah. Some of our friends basically told me some stuff that you were saying. I was just thinking maybe you shouldn't tell them anymore because they're obviously not very trustworthy. That's such a good way of bringing it up. Like, oh shit, he knows. Shit, yeah. But you don't bring up the fact of what they said. You're just like, yeah, man, it's not a good idea.
And then as you get up and go, cool, man, and you get to the door and you say,
fancy a ride?
Yeah, literally fancy a ride, and then just leave
because you can't drive.
Yeah,
cool, done. Anyway. This has been What a Bother, episode 56. Thank you so much for watching.
Thanks, guys. Episode either 4 or 5. I can't remember.
I'm not really too fussed about counting, but thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your questions. Again, please write in at wabpod, that's WABPOD @gmail.com. We really appreciate it. Love the questions coming in.
Yeah,
love
guys,
the support. You guys have been absolutely amazing. And should we end on the catchphrase?
Let's do it.
3, 2, 1.
Let's be having you.
Let's be having you.
Wait, was there actually a catchphrase?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I was just trying to make one up. I didn't really think about what it was before I started speaking, to be honest. 3, 2, 1. I'm trying to think. Maybe if I do that, it will just come to us.
No, that doesn't work. That's only in films, man.
Yeah, 3, 2, 1.
wabpod.
Am I bothered?
There you go.
Done. Thanks for watching, guys.
Peace.